Hey spiced rum fans, in this video I've got a review of Jamaica Cove Black Ginger Rum. So if you want to know all about this and what it tastes like and how to best enjoy it, stay tuned. Right guys, so after a few flavoured rums recently in this playlist, I'm going to add to it with another spiced rum. So as I just mentioned at the top, this is Jamaica Cove. As far as I'm aware, they've got two different sort of flavour extensions in the spiced rums. This is the black ginger. They've also got a pineapple variant as well, but I kind of like my ginger. I've done a few pineapples recently, so this is the one I went for. Now, supposedly we are going back down to Cornwall for this one. We've got Jamaica, Cornwall. So supposedly rums sort of made, distilled in Jamaica and then shipped over to Cornwall to blend. However, I think this is very, don't hold me to this, Jamaica Cove, if you're out there, come at me, because I actually think this is a Mangrove own brand rum. Mangrove are another one of the big huge agencies in the UK. They're responsible for so many brands, big ones that I kind of play about with in here. They actually market and distribute dark matter spiced rum that I've already done there, but bearing in mind we know that a Scottish distillery owns that, and they also distribute G-fired liqueurs, so a different brand to Bowls liqueurs, for instance. Now, Mangrove, I know have already got another spiced rum in their portfolio. It's called Siren's Call, a big one that you've probably seen in your supermarkets. I think this is another one of theirs. I think this is owned by Mangrove, but they've just called it the Hellfire. Is it Hellfire or Hellshire? Hellshire distillery, but I think it's owned by Mangrove. So I'm just going to read you, there's quite a little bit of text here. I'm just going to read you the front of the bottle. A silky, full strength of black ginger rum with hints of lemongrass and citrus. Blended with fine aged 100% pure Jamaican pot and column still rums. And then on the back, this is where the marketing bit, this is what we go to Cornwall for. The smugglers of Cornwall land in the dead of night in the small skiffs and the surrounding coves of Falmouth. Shipwrecks are marooned on the rocky Cornish coast as the cavernous coves are used to hide the plundered Jamaican rum and botanicals from their bounty. We create Jamaica Cove as the authentic rum shipped from Jamaica. Discover the hidden depths of this full-bodied dark ginger rum. Long or short, this black ginger rum is versatile and works well on a cold winter's night, or try long on a hot summer's day in a highball glass with a mixer. So it actually does sound really tasty, so I hope it lives up to that. So there's not much else I can really tell you about it without cracking it open. First, just last few things though, it's a 40% spiced rum, so it's not too bad. Price wise, you'll be looking at around 25 quid. I'll put links in the show notes for that. Amazon, it's on Amazon, and it is on Master of Malt as well. Launch date is roughly about 2017. They did the pineapple one first, and then this very quickly followed suit within a couple of months. So we're talking about 3 years old. Now, I've already mentioned where the base rum comes from. It's Jamaican, it's pot and column still rums. So I'm expecting a tiny little bit of, hopefully a little bit of Jamaican funk going on there. And obviously what it's spiced up with, we obviously know ginger, but then it says on the label lemongrass and citrus. So apart from that, there's nothing else to do apart from crack on and smell it. Right then, smell wise, I tell you, there are big, bold ginger notes coming off that. The other ginger rum that I've done recently is the Spy Tail. I tell you what, if you want a ginger rum, that just smell-wise, that just blows Spy Tail out of the water for that. Does also smell a little bit sweet. I don't know whether that's whether that'll come through. Citrus. Just a subtle hint of citrus in there, nothing too much, but the big overriding sort of smell, whiffs coming off there. Ginger, that's what I get. Right then, what does this taste like? Well, I really like that. That tastes lovely. Sweetness scale, let's go there first. I don't think it's actually that sweet. I think possibly comparing it to the other rums that I've already tasted, I'm possibly going a 2.5 out of 5 for this. I think 3, to lump it together with the other 3s, I don't think it's actually as sweet. Big, bold, sort of peppery ginger just explodes in your mouth. The finish is quite long, very smooth. I haven't had a sip now for about a minute or so at least, and I've still got big hints of ginger sort of clinging to the side of my throat there. But not overpowering it. It's not wow, but like that. If you love your ginger rums, I tell you, this is absolutely superb. I also don't want to bracket this in with things like Dark Matter, the Brewdog 500 cuts. If you're thinking all those sort of, because they've got big, bold, gingery notes in there as well, don't go to that extent. It's just very, it's not subtle, but it's just ginger. It's not a massive wow in your face kind of thing. I tell you that, I could really, really enjoy that. And just one last thing to add in is that kind of ice cube in there just melts slowly, and just you get a little bit of dilution going on. That's when you get that sort of subtle citrus come out in there, and that just really, I tell you, you do, for me, you do need that ice cube to drink it neat, because that just completely transforms the flavour profile of that. That little citrus kick going with that ginger, that has really surprised me. That is a really, really nice spiced rum, or ginger rum, whatever you want to call it. But this is what I was hoping Spytail was going to be, the Spytail ginger. I was hoping it was going to be a ginger rum in that sense. It was nothing compared to this. Right then, how can you best enjoy that as a mixer? I've just had quite a good play with this. I've got a daiquiri there. I haven't actually tasted that yet, so we've got just a daiquiri made up there at the end. But mixers, what was my favourite? Well, first out of the block, that was my favourite. The kind of Fentiman's Tropical Soda, the pineapple notes, pineapple and ginger. That was just absolutely lovely. Easily my favourite. Very closely followed by the Old Jamaica Pineapple Soda. That obviously, as I keep saying, that just adds a little bit of extra sweetness, but I don't think you really need it. Some of you will prefer that. For me, I just really loved that. That was absolutely stunning. Now, in second place for me was actually Coca-Cola. Now, I've got a big love of Pepsi Max's ginger. I really, really like that, but it's not quite gingery enough for me. That is just unbelievable. Ginger Coke, I tell you, really, really good. I did, as I just said, I did openly and honestly prefer that, because I do, as I keep mentioning, I do like my fruity things, but I promise you that just works a treat. And then my third place mixer was actually this one, Fever Tree's Spiced Orange Ginger Ale. Orange, ginger, the subtle notes of this just perfectly balanced with the big bold gingeriness of the rum. That is just an absolutely lovely highball. Just works together so well. Now, there's a few others I want to mention as well. These were tasty, but they weren't anywhere near those three for me. So the first one is ginger beer. I did like it with ginger beer, but for me, I think the big notes of the ginger beer just kind of overpower the rum a little bit, so I did prefer the delicate notes of the ginger ale. Interestingly, I haven't got it out, but that ginger ale as well, I did actually prefer the orange notes in that one that just carry through. I just thought made a better drink, but that is also really, really nice. And then last one is another fun and fruity drink. I went back to Rubicon as well. The mango one this time. The passion fruit was all right. It wasn't that good, but the mango one worked very, very well. So there you have it. They are my top three picks there. First, second, third. Right, daiquiri time. What does the daiquiri taste like? I'm going to start doing these now. I've just got a big love of daiquiris. And if you don't know what a daiquiri is, essentially just rum, lime juice and sugar. The sugar to lime juice is always on your ratios. Never let a bartender tell you it's this amount of sugar. Everyone's got a different palate. For me, for this one, I've just done 4-2-1, or essentially 2-1 1.5. So half a part of sugar, 1 part lime juice, and then 2 parts of the rum. So what does this taste like? Ginger daiquiri. I don't think I've ever had a ginger daiquiri. Well, I tell you, that is drinkable. It's not as nice as the fruity daiquiris that I've had recently, but there again, you know me, I do like my bit of fruit. That's really nice. You get the gingery, as it lingers, you get the gingery notes just coming off the bat. Actually, that's all on the aftertaste, that one. Not personally my favourite daiquiri that I've had recently, but I tell you, a lot of you are absolutely going to love that. For me, I'd give that about a 7. About a 7 out of 10. I'll finish it. It's tasty enough to finish. About 6.5, 7 out of 10 I'm going to give that. Bearing in mind, I give the fruity stuff good 8.5s, 9s out of 10. So you can get a sort of a gist of my palate. But I think for me, whereas some of the rums I've featured recently I did prefer as a daiquiri, for me, I'm going that all day long. Really enjoyed that, but I know for a lot of you, you're going to enjoy your Cokes as well. So that has been Jamaica Cove, a black ginger. Honestly, I really do think this is one you need to add to the collections, because I've not tasted a rum, anything or spiced rum, anything even remotely close to that.